No, it's more than that, is it? I have 2 fingers. Where are the rest? Here they are. What fun! I have better luck now. Fingers suit me for better work. A taxi man can have 1 hand. Where is it? It was trying to escape. But mine is a library book library. I keep all of it. If I were a plant, and not a man, a flower, a bush, or a pumpkin can, I wouldn't know where my neck began. A taxi man can have 1 hand. Is it awake? I would prefer it awake, but I myself, I am burdened with toil. 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 The oil of machinery. Of crunchy, wet machinery, chewing at the scenery, but only with my hands. 2 fingers, I should have more. I have, what fun! Oh, earth. Bed. Bed. Sleep before toil. The scenery is a bed. The greenery is apid. The greenery is littered with apes. Apid, past tense. Being littered with apes, past tense. I slept in a pup. It was a past tense. I slept in the past. But not as these apes are sleeping now. They sleep with a vengeance. Man-apes. Proving it to themselves even. I am asleep. Again, they cannot hear me. My voice, my shovel, my boot, they will not hear me. Without flinching, I move them, they will not wake. I roll them to suit, they will not hear me. But the sleep is quiet, not like me, not like mine. Oh, my nose, I should sleep again in a tent, as I did in the past tense. But all the trees have spoken, I cannot sleep. Well, a tent would be good. Well, I must make a note again, but I will make a note. I will do it now, but they won't hear me. I am asleep. They will not respond to me. They want to prove to me how quiet I am, but I am a remarkable loud man. My shovel is hardly and will not be silenced. My boot is also loud like shovels and me. I'm very loud. It is also loud and can change anything for the flatter. A flatterer. A bit flatter here, a bit flatter there. Only 2? I should have more. I have. What fun! I should work. It's only a few before the sun, and then run the sun is done. Sunset is sooner than the work. There should be work. I should work. I eat after work. I should work and then I will eat. I eat before work so the animal sleeps. I eat after work so the animal slumbers. It's all after work. Again, it would seem eating like before, but it is all again. Again, the work, the sun, the animal. The smell is gone. Comforting that. The bugs are gone. The smell carried off was luggage. Odorous luggage. Oh. And faces. More like faces. Again, thin. Mouths open thin. Eyes gone. But faces painted. Shadowed by the sun. Bugs gone. Voices gone quiet. Again. Noise! And then the quiet again. Again. The chorus. The quorum. Screaming. Protestations. The arguments. Watched. Taking down the finer. Digging. Digging. Digging for dinner. But it could be warmer. Hard to say. And here, the garden. What fun! Inasmuch, okay, to work, to work. Me?
What?
It's me.
Oh.
It's always me.
Oh.
I'm going to try things the same again.
Okay.
I found another watch. It's this one.
Is it?
It may be. Yes, I am sure of it.
It looks new.
Quite old, I believe.
To me.
Oh, must be the one then.
Could be, I wouldn't know for certain.
Again?
I suppose.
Like before, like always.
Not always, sometimes I know.
Could know.
Have they come for me?
Who?
My men. They should have come for me.
Today?
Could have.
Why today again?
Could have. It's not.
Who? Again?
Battalion. My soldiers.
Named, so that I will know them, as parenthicus before us, raised soldiers from the earth, and named each one. There are soldiers looking for you. Where is their namer? How will they be named?
I told you.
Like before.
I don't remember.
Like before.
Not like before. I knew before.
A new before? Not like before.
Before again. Then. It wasn't before.
It's a mystery. I will allow it. But first, to water you.
Like always.
But I can listen.
For what?
For an argument.
I haven't the time.
I can provide. What is the argument?
You cannot raise me up. Not like this.
Excellent! I am free to respond
Not always.
with watering, with feeding the plants. I'll raise up.
Not the same.
Is it the same? Water and feed raises up the plants?
That is the same.
And there it is.
But not the same.
It is the same.
I am not a plant.
Like always.
I was not.
A plant since before.
But past tense planted. I am affixed.
As you said before, you are a planted. I have planted you and I will fix you. A feeding fixture. Needed mixture. And I'm willing.
And what if I were not?
Remarkable. When was the difference?
Like always.
From when?
Never again, like always.
Remarkable! I will remark this. I will make a note.
I understand.
You are a remarkable, shall I say it?
As always.
Will you protest?
Again.
You are a remarkable plant.
Come! Let me free! You can raise me up, I can show you. Dig me up, I will show you.
As always.
I can show you. Dig up my feet.
Come now. But where are they?
Here.
You haven't seen them.
I have.
I haven't seen them, and I planted you, or I haven't, but I am your minder, my Spartois.
I saw them before again, and I feel them.
Not with your eyes.
With my eyes, I can feel them.
You cannot.
One feels an itch, a twitch, as dust hits an eyelash. I can feel them, rotting in the dirt. I can taste the dirt. Would you dig me?
The tenderness, it will pass, I'm unsure. Dirt in the mouth, it will pass. Dirt in the mouth should pass.
But I can feel them. And the digging will not be long, as yet it is too long for my hands, burnt and broken by my fall, my flying and my fall. I would be free. I could have apart from the digging. Will you dig me? Dig me up?
I could dig you up, but I would never hurt you.
Pass.
I shall pass. Again, like always. And we shall begin again, like always. When the sun is done, when the heat is done again.
And I expect you will feed me then again.
It is in my notes to do this. To try this, I am a gardener.
You will not.
Oh. There's a remarkable plant. Challenging its minder. All of nature envies your resistance. You are remarkable. I will remark this, making a note again. Challenging. Angry.
That is not the whole of it, and you would be the same.
Is this the case again?
Would you not?
Well, I couldn't say, not being a plant, I am a man.
A gardener and a man.
And a stargazer and a thief. Men are among the only that may be severally occupied.
As am I.
As a plant. But a remarkable plant.
But as you say, capable of being occupied.
As a country! Yes! As this country, as a fixture of the earth, this dirt, capable of occupation.
You're speaking around me.
Around and about you. I am fully at your backs, my Spartois.
At me, but not my answer.
In my youth, I was a dancer. I should work, as before. But before I work, I should water you.
Like always.
But if I didn't water you, how could you survive? How would you be cared for?
I have my faculties. I'm only stuck.
As a plant, stuck is your home. There are no traveling plants. Nomadic plants. Beyond creeping vines, plants are found at a place.
I should be as proud of my moving healthy legs.
And I should be as proud of you for dreaming them. A remarkable plant, my Spartois, alive and dead, fixed yet free. A withered kind, if not for me. I suppose you'd like some water.
Yes.
Then water I shall provide.
But it will not fill me.
Should it? Well, I will not drown you. I will ask again, but after. Should it fill you?
If it was smoke, not a sound again, the remembering would be a choke. A cold cough from camp stoves and coal fire. A cold length away from blasting caps with no wires. Blasted captains, wiring home to no wives. And seated soldiers, bleeding alone to no lives. If it was smoke and not a sight again, the remembering would be a blinking. Hot knives undoing steady hands. Wrinkled fever dreaming youth in foreign lands. Over there was never here. A location changing as the news prepared for smeared, rearranging faces in the few, the proud, the blind. The waging war, the staging for a larger house, the moving up, the ranks, the banks of rivers bulging, planting of bombs and bulbs in virgin earth. If only I could be interred. If it was smoke and not a word again, the remembering would be a blessing, blurred, a ghost, a spirit at most. I hear it at night and not dream it, right? But no, I dream it, a dream. It blots out the night sky inside, the world behind my right eye. The left sees out what's left, eases doubt down my neck like hearing my own name. What is it? I know I would recognize it. Say it once, and I will write it down in the dirt. And when the wind removes me, the name will go as it proves weak to the touch. A wreck of size, a standard above me. It stands above me. In the wind away it flies. My name, what is it? I watched it go. I remember that alone. At a moment I was strong and held a flame, and in the next, I stepped in the dark and lost a name.
There are waving flags.
Are there?
Huh? You are not going to believe what flags there are waving.
Oh?
Would you ask me what kinds?
What kind?
What fun! What fun, I said. Brown ones with a yellow field, yellow ones with a blue field, white ones with an arrow, green ones with a bird.
An arrow.
Arrows and birds. Bears. Bolts of lightning. Words I can't read.
What do they say?
I can't read them.
What else?
What else? What else, he asks. I will look and I will tell you. It's the least I can do. It's the most I will do as well.
As always.
But you are not going to believe me when I tell you what I see.
I will.
But how could you? It's so highly wild and unheard of. Unlikely and exciting. You will be surprised. Are you prepared to believe?
I'm ready to believe.
But you haven't seen it.
Seen what again?
What I have seen. How could you believe it? It must be because I can see. And you have to trust me. You would be a fool not to trust me because I can see. I can see, and can I tell you? Obviously, why wouldn't I? I would be a fool not to tell you. You need to know, and I am the one to tell you. I would be a fool, wouldn't I? I have something you need. I can see.
I can see.
You can see. As many can, it is true. But only I can see as only I can see. I have the abilities. I have the resources, the vantage point. You would be a fool not to believe what I tell you. How would you ever know? How would you know? How does a fool know? For example, did you know that there are men out there?
Of course.
Oh, have I told you?
Yes, you have. And I can understand as I am here that there are others.
But I have told you again.
Yes, as always. But I can understand that I am not alone.
But you are.
I know I did not arrive here alone. I would have not arrived alone before.
Because you saw that you were not alone?
Because it would be ununderstandable.
But you didn't see that you were alone before.
But I am a soldier.
Could be, as before, my Spartois.
I know that I am. I remember that I am.
But which soldier? Name, so that I will know.
As before, it is asleep.
It is asleep as before. You know it is asleep. I can see that it sleeps. It were better awake. I would prefer it awake. The longer it sleeps, the less I can see it.
But I can remember some of it.
Not all of it, as always.
Some new in my dreams. It runs about as I dream. As I sleep, it awakes and I see it. And when I awake, then it sleeps. It falls to sleep before we can speak. I see it turning from me. It turns from me to go to sleep. I see it turn and I call for it to stay awake, but it sleeps. And I stand above it. I stand watching it sleep. And the longer it sleeps, the less I can wake it.
You are mistaken, again as always.
Am I?
You cannot stand.
I can.
You would need, if standing, legs to stand on.
I have.
What fun!
I have legs and I know I have them.
But you would be a fool not to believe me, for what I can see, as I can see more than you again. I would be a fool not to tell you, for what I can see, what I can see. And I can see, as always, that you have not any legs at all. You are a plant in the ground, and I am your gardener. Your dreams are not real dreams. They are planted in your head, the head of a plant. A head without a neck, as a plant. You grow from the ground, from roots, or from roots, root-likes. They are not legs. You would be a fool not to believe me.
I should be such a fool.
That is your dream, to be a fool. You dream half dreams.
I dream full dreams. I cannot believe the half of them.
Or why I say you would be a fool not to believe me.
I would believe them. I cannot because it would be too full, too heavy.
Well, then let me believe them for you, and I will tell them back to you. For I can see as no one can see, and I will look at your dreams and tell them to you so you will understand. I will tell you the most of it so you will not be hurt.
But I must dream them.
But I am here to care for you.
Pass.
Do I not care for you?
I must dream them. And if I cannot believe them full, I must dream them again until I can again.
But if this hurts you, I'm not a gardener.
You're not a gardener.
But I am.
And then I am not a plant.
You would be a fool not to believe me, as I can see you are a plant. I can see there are flags, and men, I can see you.
Yes, you can see me. And the men lame. As you told me, thin faces, no eyes. Silence again.
But they are not all men laying down.
Again, as some are sitting, dead. Like me.
As a plant, they are not like you, they are men. But not, again, fool, not all sitting, not all dead. There are some standing, walking amongst the dead, with flags, with legs, standing and walking.
Standing.
Standing and walking, I can see them.
Where are they walking?
Around, places away.
But they are walking.
As before, walking.
As I walked again as before.
They have legs. You'd be a fool not to believe me when I say they walk on legs.
And I believe they have legs.
And you believe me when I tell you that I see men standing and walking.
As before.
Because I see men and I tell you I see them walking.
And I believe you.
And why again do you believe me?
As I would be a fool not to.
So I am caring for you.
If you see men and you tell me, then you are caring for me.
If I see men.
Standing and walking.
Standing and walking.
Do you not see men?
I see men.
Standing and walking.
You would be a fool not to believe
Do
me.
you not see men standing and walking?
As before, I can see.
As always.
I should feed you.
If you must.
I have a note to feed you.
It would be soothing.
I do it as part of my plan. And I am grateful, if not indifferent, to know that it benefits you. As I do it, not for myself in self-service, mind you, or for you in servitude as a servant, as I am better than you.
Better than me.
I am mistaken. There is no need for comparison. You and I are not the same. A diamond is better than a banana. But there is no need for comparison. It would be a mistake to take a banana over a diamond. I digress.
I would never eat a diamond.
I waste my phrase turning. This is not as though you had learning.
It would be a mistake to eat a diamond over a banana.
As if you would understand the analogy before, as always.
But you will feed me.
The asking makes me obliged. I will wait. I am waiting. It was the eagle, screaming overhead. A punctuation, a difference, a screaming. Also, I need a stone.
You don't need a stone.
Now, I shouldn't unsettle you.
I'm unsettled, as always.
What fun!
Men, walking again, standing and walking. Would they be talking towards, coming for me? Would they be talking, even trying through the fields of the dying to discover me, to recover things left, lost to the battle, amongst the death-rattling chorus of saints? If heroes could gather me, send a boat after me down the river, I'd row without water, a foe without father, out feeling, out fear. Men seen walking, stepping and walking. Could they be enemies? Coming for me? Am I the last beyond the edge of a boom, a blast beyond the doors of a room? Could the ringing in my ears be men calling for me? Calling, amen! Calling, we've killed them again! Each one done is their work, except for the last. The one beyond the edge of the blast. The one that we cannot see or care to. He's free by omission, but if he dared to reveal his position, we end him! Am I safer here? Will I come to savor here? My Savior here. But they come to sever here from here? Obsessed again. Several hears for a man, a plant that no one hears. A fix without a plan. Have you found inspiration?
Found.
Have you found inspiration for feeding me?
Do you want to be fed?
Yes.
I cannot make you. I cannot feed you if you do not want to be fed. I will not feed you if you will not be fed. I am a gardener, and I will feed you. But if the plant dies, the food is redundant. Feeding is the same. The gardener is the same. Will you be fed?
I will be fed again.
I'm not making any attempts. I watch you grow. My spartois, my sapling. But you grow to defy me. It seems you grow to indifference, defense from being brought up.
Pass.
How did you know to push away from the earth?
How?
How did you know to push your hands against the earth, to pull, push, to thwart the roots, your roots, a fooling thing to think to push against the earth?
What?
As I dug, I jumped away, I was digging, and I heard you, I looked and saw you. You were pushing against the earth. There was a strength in you. It looked like there was a strength in you. You pushed against the earth, but you didn't move. If you need to know, as some do, not usually plants, but you did not move at all. You see, not at all. You were a plant. You are rooted by roots. You cannot move.
I did move.
I saw you. I didn't see you move. If you were a man, as I am, you would be a fool not to believe me.
I suppose I am again.
As before, you believed you moved.
I could believe it. I can again.
I am doing my best. But it seems like I hurt you.
I too am doing. But it dreams like it were true.
I should feed you. You seem awful. I should feed you. Oh, hungry. You know, your stomach ought to be full, not hungry. I should feed you. You know, I'm sure this comes as no surprise, but you are eating because I am here to feed you.
You will be doing everything the same again.
It is important to note this. I am kind. I would regret not finding you, not feeding you, not being here to bring you up, for building up, for waking up the library without losing.
Am I slow to waken?
Could be. A foolish boy.
As a plant, do I wake?
You have hit on it. A plant. You open to the sun as the hour's begun.
I open a flower to the sun.
But I open you. I garden.
No. For a moment. Just for one moment. That was soothing. I am a flower to the sun.
Yes, you see, the flower has a plant.
Without you. I am soothed by the picture. A flower to the sun, I like it.
Oh. Well, the plant sees its reflection. Soothing. Since the plant doesn't know where its neck begins.
I can feel it. Could be here. I can't see it. Again, that is clear, but I will not be removed by the feeling. That knowing.
Perhaps this is part of the growing. To feel as a plant. To know as a man. As I am not a plant, I can know where my neck begins. It is here, or perhaps here. This is the freedom I have to know and to question.
And do I not also know and question? Hey! Hey! Over here! I'm a soldier! I'm a soldier!
Aren't the gods awake? These songs I'll take, ticking. Now from cloud to clouds abounding, up and outing, out singing a frog song to rumble apart the mountains. Fire blazing clouds of whispers, painting the sky again in new colors, unnamed arrows straight into the sun again. Were the gods wrong? Were the stories told too long? A tale can last immortal. Books growing not any longer than a nest can grow a songbird. Long-stirred pots can lose its mixture. Yum to dumb. And the rest is not the knowing, but the learned rivers growing. Grow ink from the page and paint the skulls black. Parenthicus slew a dragon, or beast. A dragon, at least, and the teeth he took, and in the book he placed them, and sowed them to the fields, and raised them. Dragon men and soldiers, scales and arms and shoulders, should the words stay the same. Parenthicus slew a dragon, and from teeth he grew soldiers. Planted teeth to soldiers, what fun! Could and what shoulders are growing here? Are they not different? Throwing headless, faceless things to a pit of any nightmare would spit back with this ferocity? Fair old cities bound down by mountains taken for granite. Holy rocks, will you be awake? Is this different than an ancient mistake? the tears that rattle in these eyes if I'm around and about myself. Up and out, myself and downing fears, a screaming whistle amidst a drowning. Here's a man that believes, a gardener, patient to his corrupted plant, but a plant from a tooth, and I a man with truth. I will stand a mile and smile with every truth in my head. A truthless grin forms on the dead, but alive, I stand and strive for the gods again.
Did you see? I said as before, I'm a soldier. My men are looking for me.
Again.
Looking for me.
Could be.
As always.
Not as always. They could be about against you.
Against me?
They would push, as you push against the earth, they would push against you, flatten you, to prune, to soon the blossom, to toss some sundry weaponized push against the prize, the prey, to hurt.
Could have.
And so your thanks?
Again, you did not see?
Only simple, as before. Could be simple as before.
But what was it? What have you done? Nothing simple. Wasn't small. I could be above and about. I could be running and not running. But sitting or not sitting. But flying.
While I know this, you have yet been dying. And with plants, the food, the water, the shade, it makes you stand. And standing in the ground, a plant will feel the running, the sitting, the flying, the changes, the challenge, the fullness. I am here to bring you up. And in doing so, you can be here and know it as it is revealed to you.
You are raising up another again. Another other than I again.
Then to whom am I speaking? Oh, my plant. My spartois, my budding one. I am here at your need. I'm powerless to your flowerless roots. I lower myself, if not in stature, in my spirit, to serve you. Do you feel being served? I would, for certain, if I were a plant.
Knowing how plants ought to feel again.
Life. I know how life ought to feel. I have seen life and I understand it. And what I do not understand ought not be understood. So I stand in the place where I ought, helping those that have need, helping myself when I have need.
And there it is.
Wait, stay. What?
Helping yourself, as always.
Do you play? Are you jumping around the words?
Is that something a plant can do? Jump?
The resistance, the fun, the play.
The word wings means different to different birds.
This is what I have done. Raising up the spirit. And for this, and only for the transaction, I long to hear it once. But thanks.
You would believe it.
As before.
I mean it.
If or if not a word is the thing, I will count it. And count on it. I will count them as a part of the lot of it.
So simple.
I am simple. So,
thank you.
Feel like no boy. Feel like back there.
what fun. As a gardener, we haven't always this gratitude. I'm glad it's you that thanks me, the plant in the ground that thanks me. As Parenthicus stood, alone, and then not, standing, looking to the fields, no one thanked, or could thank. What fun is there in you thanking me, that I am able to be thanked? I am off. Always off and on. But now I'm off. Two things about. To ring aloud the library. Watch me as I leave.
new kind of anger from a new place in the past. The last time I saw my pa, my ma, my rifle, my letters. The first mirror, the nearer I look at him, I fear it. Did I know him? If I had legs, they would look like his legs. And my feet, his feet. Socks, wraps, boots, and the legs. Did I know him before again? A friend? The end of memory. Before again. As ends go, it was the worst kind. Refusing superlative. The first time. Commemorative photograph. Releasing control of a legacy. Look down to my leg and see the terminus. The germ is dust. The endless sand of understanding. The endless sand calls me from afar. Far from home, any home, where my parents are waiting, breathing. Look to the east before the sun ends. Any sun. Reaching without arms, whispering, our lost son. But not a son. A picture belonging not to anyone. If I had his luck, unstuck from the ground, able and free till I'm drowned in time and soil, the sands of my toil. If I knew him, should I shudder? Should I gasp? Vomit on myself or sob till I can't? Before perhaps I would have known how to act.
Well, fuck.
I knew him.
Oh?
I think I knew him.
What fun?
I did. I think I did. He looked like me.
Sort of.
The colors, the words.
I couldn't read them.
He looked like I look.
But looking how?
By the book to the boots. Legs like mine.
And?
Like my legs. He would be like a plant, sunk like me, but he looked like me.
From your perspective. I understand perspective. He looks like you. Had you legs? He looks like you. Had you eyes? If you could, as I can see, you would have seen where his neck began.
Here.
Listen. If you could, as I can. I am not here to hurt you, you plants. I am here out of care, a perfect caring. If he looks like you, I would say so. I would be about it, and immediately. But he didn't, and I didn't have to. He had legs, which you saw as you say, and I saw as I can, but he, as you aren't, was a man.
And then why was he dressed and I dress each the same? What chances and tenses over hills and since when is the same not regarded as the truth? What romance is invading the library clock? A name is not the same as a rock, both are hell. Only one stays put in the dark.
Oh. There are mysteries. Oh, so many of men, and mustn't parade myself as a master of my plant. He must have been growing from the earth, as you, but dug up too soon. Oh. Legs from roots, or roots too soon. Parenthicus stood. Dragon teeth were swift, scattered, swift, and soldiers grow faster in the full sun. Perhaps he was dug himself out, but not done.
Then, were I a plant, ready, legged and ready, finally, would you dig? Huh? If I showed you I were legged, if you saw that I were legged, if you saw, would you dig?
Well, supposing I could.
Could and should, would you dig?
No, I wouldn't. A meal. If one cannot finish it, there is no benefit.
Then you could.
Oh, I could dig you up. I am a gardener.
Pass.
What good would come from digging you if death would come the same?
Death would be welcomed.
Death?
Death would be welcomed. An end is a place. As this is a place, and death would be the death.
Death. Death is a luxury only fit for an ape. The coin side. A flip. In late quarters. Yes. A train full of porters. Lifting souls. Packing down for the trip to the ground. As a handshake. 2 cars and a boost. So life is first needed to be held. And set loose.
Stop.
I wouldn't say that death could come to you. Or a full death, a real end. But you are not a real life. Like mine, a real start. I mean, it could seem like it, but there is a difference.
In this body, it was real, it was full, and its death the same. My body, the same. Where would there be a
But
difference?
this isn't real. You cannot see him. Where is he? I don't see him.
And there it is.
I can walk to where you say he was. I can stand there. Where is he now?
Where I cannot see, as before.
Then meets the end. You cannot see him. I cannot see him. And could we? I would say so.
I think I knew him as I am a man.
Well, if you are a man, you can dig yourself out and feed as you can. But sleep, my plant, you are yet too awake for me.
I cannot sleep. I will be awake. I will expand. I will dig myself a better plant.
And yet here comes a man.
I am not the fool. I am not the fool. I will awake and shake the earth.
Yet here comes a man, if not many, with flags standing and walking.
Then let them walk. Come, lads. Come and see. Another man keeping down, feet and grounded. Here I am.
Quiet, quiet. They are not like yours. Their clothes, their show of colors, their robes, the same as said of helm and head. They are not alike to you.
But still let them come. Here, a soldier. Here, a son. I call them my brothers if they would come.
And as they come, what blood? You have not seen it, but it is rust and awful. Oh, it's blood, and where it comes, death will fall in drips and drops and stops the heart. The men that sit with fat faces will grow thin in their hands. I do not know them. You will not know them. Are they here to kill, to stop the blood, taking it for their own? But here,
What do you see?
each man on the ground, each one is flattened. They stand and flatten with boots. They walk with flat steps.
Are they not always walking? Do they walk
And
again?
there you have it. They stand and walk with blood and boots and looks for more, for waging war.
Then escape and dig me out. And go and stand and go with I. My legs will
But
carry
it
it.
is too close, they will see you. They will flatten you. And flatten me, the flatter the both of us untimely done.
Then it will come. Cover me then. Give them a tail, a flash. A garden keeps the rabbits out. Cover me then and trail them out.
I will cover you as you insist, as you say. I will bind you down to stay and to keep you from
But quick to me.
And here, Here it is. Bear upon us, and your mouth, the coughing, that would alarm them.
Then do it. In return when you've led them away.
Here. Security into my coat. Being still. Oh, poor, forgotten I, left chased by my death, I die. Oh, pain, here, or perhaps here, who is really to know I am a survey of suffering, my immortal stars in sky, I reach to you for any word. Or silence, perhaps that too. I am a rough, unformed mind without capsule, my innocence spilling out, captured in my humble, horrible, oh, the letter that scores my suffering, the rounded morning dirge reduced to a sound, It's enough? What was that ringing? Was it there? Is it gone? I fear my ears are telling stories. Once again did my heart patter for no matter. Is there someone here?
I'm here! Oh, you are not mistaken. I was trying not to frighten. My bell is here. You heard it clear and have no fear. I am again to help. As before.
Am I mad once more, seeing a beauty that I have yet to know? Is earth the source of such a thing, or angels teem to sing my dying dream?
You are not mad, no cause for alarm. I come to heal the harm of the world, if you ask it. I brought you a basket of bread and fruit a week ago. I came to you and care bestowed, I'm sure it showed. Bread and fruit, does this ring?
No. There is not a time when you gave such a thing. Bread? Fruit? Well, these sound like stories from before. The fairy tales, what for? Oh, perhaps you play with me. I am a sport. But rules you keep from me. As I, bored by you, my rags offend, I have no friends, and you walk to my home to nail shut my door.
Oh, poor face. Poor story. Here, I came to you 1 week ago, loaded full of food and cheer.
More lies, more eyes you make, you villain.
I'm pouring out my patient carings. The weeks before that, the weeks and now months, I have come to serve, to care, to bear the burden for just a time, to twist the sour endings to a rhyme, and to give this heart So please, use mine.
Well, I have a heart. And while it beats too soft, I will be fine. But not fine enough to be left. What apart from a heart can you give instead?
But again, I have medicines and bread, and since I have the health to walk a mile, I'll gladly guide you back to find rest and comfort at the home.
What home? No doubt the house of death. What home?
The hospice where I lead many. Backs to life, backs to health, a solid confidence, a wealth of willingness. The others and I will lay hands and plans will spring to care for you in ways of days of better.
Oh, ill but ill. This gift is nil. I couldn't stand, I couldn't walk. It's pain enough to sit and talk. Even listening, oh, now the words are bouncing off my softest, leaving burns. Oh, words.
Oh no, are they hurting?
Yes, as before.
Oh no.
Then silence! Be out! Quiet!
Shall I move away?
No, don't move.
Okay.
But move.
Is this okay?
No! Why me? Stand wherever there is room.
I will stand with your pain and hunger by it.
Again, my hunger and my pain. What can you help a man to stand?
Well, as before, to feed and to care is all I walk for. To help those, as you.
None such as me. Ah, so you see yourself as better. I see your hand.
Well, I'm not bettered, while I could be. Look to my words. I am here alone to lift the stone that sits across the gates of home.
Ah! You mock me! Home, a word for the homed. Oh. I praise you, Charity. Now I see how I lack.
As before, again, I am here for a task, a giving. Please take, and food for my own sake. Please eat and have strength.
Where is it?
Here, at your feet.
Why? Had I the feet of an ape? Well, that were the rest. But I am a man, and hands are my tools. Why bring food and starve me? Oh, a fool, you see, and poor. I see how you are better as before.
Forgiveness, my foolishness. I'm blundered in course. If having chances were now, how shall I help?
Well, for the first, forget this lie, but I cannot feed for myself.
Forgotten, gone, a borrowed wind song. I will bring the bowl to your lips, and along with this, soul to honest soul, I shall be still. Well, and I think...
But stillness you promised! You wave me promises, then take them back.
But I didn't want...
Enough! Oh, the food is too rich, or perhaps it's too plain. What? Have you poisoned me? Delight in my pain.
Oh, my dear, my apologies. Let me take it away then.
Well, perhaps the taste is not too bad. I can taste your wrongdoing, but I will not say it.
How kind.
Mayhaps the taste is too awe.
Then off shall I go, fetch another.
Yes, but leave this, as with time it may soften. Such sour stuffing as nothing could make it better. Perhaps salt. Perhaps time, but nothing enouging.
Again, had I true caring, it would never have come.
Oh, if you hadn't, how happy I had felt.
We are not always pleased with the cards we are dealt.
Mocking me again as before.
As before mocking, but now my own song. Is the food still wrong? Shall I take it now?
The food is fine, yet awful, yet shameful, yet I will abide.
How good of you, as before.
Oh, perhaps a carrot? Have you seen them? They're long and they're orange.
We have them in storage, and more engines warming a porridge, full of carrots and all. If you are patient, as your injury heals, I will fetch you to the hospice as before now.
Oh, but now I am too weak to stumble towards home.
I shouldn't stay if I harm you again. Shall I go?
Well, shall I not go with you to the hospice?
Oh, no. Yes, I will guide you there now.
Oh, but perhaps now I have grown too fond of clean air.
We have windows to open at the hospice room there.
But windows would frighten me. I'd lay dreadfully scared.
A room with a door then, open for light.
So that anyone could enter to kill in the night.
Imagine my joy. Perhaps a closed room.
So to stare at a wall with no thought but my doom. No windows, no door, 5 walls in the floor. against my fragility. You don't care or soft pillow me.
Well then, by my own fault, I suppose you cannot.
A strife you could heal with a song. Or not. Or perhaps a storybook story you could sing between naps. You could sit and hold my shudders, my fear to dispel, if well-intended prayers allowed to the others.
Now that we could do. So up and we walk.
Oh, but now I am weakened. You must talk about all things you seek and forget my real needs. A new sock, shoelaces, a smart tie, and new braces. My rags would bring shame had I walked with you there. Oh, is that what you're after? Scattered rats in my rafters? Well, I would never set foot in the place that has sent you. You couldn't heal me in the rags I present you.
Well, that's it then. The extent of my care. Shall I be off again? I have no clothing to share.
And leave me with nothing?
Aside from food, there.
This food will not fill me.
Oh, then I should redouble my carings. Next week I'll bring in some fish, roast, buffalo heart, sweet toast, sour salted potatoes, most delicate little cakes. Oh, perhaps some tools then. A horse, a house, a maid, a butler, a warm fire to douse, water from wells, the bronze bells. Better tomorrow, better stories to tell.
You joke with me. It would be deserved in sight of my pain.
If I could give again, as you deserve. Someday I'll learn.
Oh, now you leave.
Oh, absolutely. My obligation's completed. Fresh air can you breathe? Suffer lightly.
Walk away then. Kindness without care.
Should I walk then? Oh, but I don't know to where. Will you guide me? I shouldn't play. I dare not offend. I dare not reproach my dearest poor friend.
I am not poor again.
Then I have misplaced my charity. I mistook you saying pain to mean the word pain. Your spirit looks strong. I'm sorry to think for a moment I long to alleviate pain or to find those in need. But as you lack nothing, yet alone I will be gone with speed.
You witch. You dog song. I would be better alone.
Then off will I search for honest souls to feed. To the hospice, to the fields then again, to the hills, through the valley, about and around, and tally those killed from before, hereafter again, and the rafters of rats I will rid from those dying.
I am not the dying, or the poor, or the sick as before. And perhaps in 1 week you should bring me yet more.
How different this sounds. What? Logic again? You haven't any, but bring what you ought. You haven't money, but give what you've bought. You haven't mercy, so heed as you're taught. Try to understand, but again, I will not.
So you abandon me. You strike me half dumb.
Oh, I must be a tyrant, for the tears will not come.
But what of before? I had heard of the food, the care, the heart to use for mine. What of my pain?
Keep it good. In loneliness, good. The fresher the pain, the sweeter my care. And next week, again, perhaps I'll bring more. Or perhaps I will not, if the pain is not sore. Or perhaps I will not. Perhaps this is it. All again. Perhaps the rhymes end here. Perhaps the talking is over. I go away there, or maybe there again. And perhaps you will be here, as always. And we will never again have before. This is the only. You alone, and alone you will suffer. And I will not. And I may help, but I may not. But value remains the same. You will never have value unless I return for you to be valued. My charity is simple. Again, as before.
I am of great care. For you? Alone. Poor. She is blind. We have proved her wrong. Could she see, would we be alone? Perhaps you, but me? She's blind.
Were the men as before? Have they killed? Are we killed?
Do you see? She is blind. Where should she walk? Charity stumbles and falls as I stand. Not walking, not stumbling. I am stationed. Not stuck, as you say, or a plant as you are. I am stationed. My skill is a good, and I sell it for the goodness, my goodness. And as a good, I will serve. Something to drink? I can. Water? I have it here. Only a bit, not to drown. But more? But less? Do you see blind? Am I not alone now? You blind? Now blinded. Should I also be blind? She is a fool, as I can see, most obviously with eyes. And by no surprise, she gave me food. From fear, or from fear, perhaps. And she will return. She will return, I hope, and will bring more. But she, now gone, still blind, cannot see me. But I can see, and you can see that I have eyes. Will you tell me? It would help the moment.
I cannot.
But that I have eyes. Simply that I have eyes, it would help as she is blind.
As before.
But tell me, as she is blind and a fool as you, but she is gone now and cannot see or know that I have eyes, that I am not alone. All these things you can tell. Tell aloud. Tell to no one. Tell it that I am not alone.
But you are alone.
But not in jest, for in truth. Tell it aloud, I am not alone.
You are alone.
You seem mad to say this.
And you are mad. Simply, as before, you are alone. What? Should I not say? In not having eyes, I should not see that I am not fooled, but a fool instead?
Yet you, as I say, you are here. And I and you to us too, we are not alone.
I am not like you, as you say. And as you see with eyes, you see that I am planted and not a man. I am planted, as Berinthicus would have planted as before. I am not a full life. I do not number as you count. I am a plant, and no amount of talk would change that. Until now, in loneliness you call, to say, that isn't all! Another one is here! But before again you clawed and cried. For she stood here, and you tried to turn her back, but you couldn't rest in how she sees you, lacking all, lacking me.
Claude? And crying? For you! Since dying seems the only out, I am here for you. Where does this food spring out? Oh, well, you wouldn't think, of course, as a plant or a fool, she was not here to kill. No men, no blood, but by her hand a slow death to take from me, myself, and you. To lay us in a house, keep us for prison, from death and dust, and took the truth I told to you, a truth to keep you safe, different, better truth for you.
But forgetting, and if not forgetting, denying me.
Denying nothing, telling nothing, the same.
I stuck here and slept. And in my sleep I dreamed I heard you, and you begging. I heard my voice and your voice crying, one voice dying out in the silence, but you lied. And I heard my voice turn to your words, and I heard my voice lying, and I heard my pain return, but your terms, concerned with the heat of your burns. You were not a gardener when you met this man, and not a plant, and you were not still a dreamer, but in need of one. And here I was. And by your hand I shall stay to slowly die.
And die as well shall I. I will feel the same again. I will try the same things again. I care for you, and I am the best, and if not the best, the only, but not alone.
What was it? You dog song! I would be better alone! And now death may come before you return, and the sun will be the brighter. Brighter and without me, and without needing to see you never see me again.
What have I ever done for you to seek death and feed the sun? Begins the word, how it harries. I should know if I've done it.
Then pass. And once past, place my needs at the end, the last you think of. I shall worry. I shall myself feed. Hurry the water to me again, but leave it besides. And go. And once gone again, be free. As before. And I will be free. But stop! But free still. And more free.
Well, there's the last of this. I am, as before, my Spartois, your gardener. I am written, as it is written, the tasks, to know when to feed, the dragon teeth, the shade, the water, and if a son to a father, you will know that I am here to care. To leave my caring here, to watch it sink into the dirt, to watch unblinking, to think I make you hurt, kills me! I am here to give you life, a life like mine, but as a plant, and you will know that man can know how plants can grow if humble. Patience, time, hands, these dusty hands could save you. Yeah, if Perithicus stood and saw the place where I stand now, he wouldn't listen to this. But patience, humble, time, and chance, I will raise you up. I will raise you up, but I will.
I will never be raised up. So it comes to me, to this. If there were a chance, if bliss were not romance but fact, and fact were not romance but truth, and truth, if my body were a house, a skin of bricks thick and growing out, only the sick of head would beat the knock with mouths instead. Fools! Standing and greeting stones. Alone, but not exposed. Autonomous, composed of life, liberty, and the Holy Ghost. The holy chosen by my birth from earth. I grow to my end. No friends to witness my slow descent. Begin, my bones, as before. Defend me from one last lost war.
Is it far enough?
Far enough?
It couldn't be. I still see the lights.
Only now too dark.
It's dark enough.
Dark enough? Could they still see us?
Oh, they again. Could you still see me? Huh? Huh?
But if we are the same,
But not!
the same side.
And if we are not?
If not, then still the same. Lost.
But if we are not the same, they would spare you.
And so again, if you were the same as them.
And the two of us would they spare if we were all the same.
But if we were all the same, would we be running?
If we knew they would spare us? No. No.
And yet we run. We know that.
I ran from you.
And I from you.
from them. We know that, and well.
And I from you, and from them. I would run again if this were not far enough. Is this the same?
It's not familiar.
But still,
Still, it is the familiar.
like the last one, to the last place.
Have you remembered anything?
The sounds.
Oh, it's much to say you haven't.
New sounds, man, and louder.
I saw myself in the water. My face.
The same face as any other. Could you recognize it? What good would it do?
I think I saw my face.
Dead faces, staring up, staring back. What is it?
I'm trying to think.
Would it change?
A spark. Could be a change. Any change to wake it up.
Is it far enough?
I can still smell the lights.
I don't think that's right.
And left it is my memory.
Both sides. I cannot tell.
Do I look any different?
Oh, with different eyes, I suppose.
Not looking, but looking. Do I look any different?
To me.
Right.
Do you look any different to me?
Right.
I still don't know you.
The same.
But yours is different.
Ooh, words then. If I could read, this would be the same.
And if different,
I would need the energy.
to make them.
Just same then. If I could read or remember it, I would make them meet.
And beyond this, if I were the same as them, they would kill you. They would reward me.
And I the same. If they were the same as me, is this?
And miss chances to go back. Unless we are out of the war again.
It could be as before.
If we were out of the war, we could go around. Unless there isn't a way out.
No, there should be an out.
And could we find it? And if we did, what then? Leave and how? With wings? But they would be there, and they could take us. Or one of us.
And if they are there, and they are the same as you, then I should kill you.
You would be the same by them.
Then, at your hands, my man, at your hands, or feet, head and the rest.
Why should you say this?
I should kill you now, or before.
This would be the same again backwards. If I should kill you, it would mean that you are the same as them. Well, to your hands then, man. Strings and buttons and boots.
Oh, the same then.
And the same for them.
What?
The same for them.
Oh, no, what?
If they were there, and they were the same, and we, only us two, the same, they would spare neither of us.
Of course!
And kill us!
And in that, if I were the same as you, then I would protect you.
And are you? We would be protecting not only each other, but our cause.
Oh, the cause, the fight, we would be protecting it.
For the future, for the better, for the little ones and the country and the contrary and that. Have you forgotten it?
Of course not.
And to speak it?
And you?
But I would be careful not to if it were different than yours.
And what of that?
Well, if it were different, then we wouldn't be the same.
Oh, we wouldn't be the same.
Then it would be that we weren't the same. Again, and as before, I would kill you.
Then we should not speak then.
Agreed.
Oh,
Shall we stay then?
if it stops the learning, the opening of the eyes, the widening, the appetite, I will stay
But would they find us?
Well, yes. I have no mind of how, but yes. Yes sounds right.
Should we pass then?
And beyond again. It would be far enough.
Could be.
And if not far enough, it would be closer to far enough.
Then enough and pass!
Wait! Why do you laugh?
Because I am tethered. And you?
Because I am afraid and sad. Why do you not laugh?
Perhaps I have laughed too long and stopped. But I will try again to laugh. But later, please, I need you to help me out myself, my legs out of the earth.
Oh, you are stuck. What did you do?
I can see this now. At first you were in pieces, or singular, a piece of a man, but you were up and about, yet I see down and stuck.
And such were we, but not stuck. Down, and then awake, looking each other in the eye.
Oh, with our eyes looking across like lovers in bed.
Awake from a slumber, and then bam!
We took to our feet and ran.
Yes, from each other and from them.
They could be close.
And my fear as well.
Your fear is close!
It is my fear that they are close, and I am stuck.
And they would find you.
And if you and they are not the same, then they would. If not the same, they would kill him.
But they wouldn't if he were.
But this question, if I were out and up, I wouldn't ask, I would be gone.
Then about it, up and out it.
And this way, to far enough.
And that is why I've called out. I am affixed. My hands are broken and I cannot dig along with wrists.
Then how will you get out?
But if you would protect me, to dig me out and help me. Does this not help? Would you not help?
This is the same dilemma as before.
Oh, it is again a game of lengths.
Which will be traveled, and for whom?
And against whom?
I couldn't tell, but could you dig me?
And this is what we speak of. Who are you?
A soldier.
And a name.
I don't remember.
But what have you named yourself?
Again?
Since you cannot remember your name, what have you given instead? A name for yourself?
Just told you I didn't know I had a need for a name.
But how would you know the difference between yourself and all the other soldiers?
There was only me. I was the only I saw.
But of course there were others.
At least most of them.
Well, I had known but only one, and he was dead. Another alive. But he wasn't a soldier.
Names were only differences.
As it was when we saw each other, and thought, good,
I am not him.
And if we came upon another, then how would we explain ourselves?
You would be left to name oneself without purpose. If you were the only soldier, as well you were to yourself, then difference were enough. I would call you dead and myself alive. You in the ground, you dead and myself alive.
And dead, I would call you. To your hands, man.
And yours.
But wait. Could you dig me?
What is you? Which is you?
And this soldier is why we are named.
Then name me yourselves again for me.
He is named Warts, as I have called him this.
Warts. And she I have called Weiss, and by this she is named Weiss.
Then Weiss called by Warts, who was indeed named by Weiss. Will the two of you dig me?
But what are you named? And by whom? And what is your cause? And will you dare to speak it?
But I haven't an idea, an answer for these. I only have my placement and a need. I will be named by you. And if you would dig me as they are approaching and will find me.
But if you are against us by another side, then what would we do? And if we arrived or departed from this, and you were the same as them, then we would be even more the fools for letting you out.
Perhaps I'm the same as you, and not them. And then as before, they would spare none of us. And I would willingly die alongside you.
Well, I cannot dig. If you were alike to me and us, I could see it. I could see digging you.
And while I know we could be the same, and I know we could be as soon different, but they would not care for our care if we were to dig you out.
But I would care, and I would spare you, and I would give them cause to pause from killing, and I would give you freely to your own care.
That would be kind of you. But I cannot stand with this idea. The risk. I would care to, but I will not.
And I too, I will not. And believe me, I would. Perhaps there were more ideas of who and why this would be different.
Yes, well put. If there were more to tell, more to explain back to myself, I wouldn't feel the need to run.
Oh, for we ran upon waking from anything, and the running has kept us running.
But I have felt the same, the running. Oh, I've longed to run, to escape from here, to run and arrive at another place.
And yet...
Here you are.
But I've been kept here.
And perhaps they will see this, and they will spare you, for they will see that you stayed. But for us, if we stayed, it would be the stranger, as we took to running, and we will not stop until we are out.
But take me. I would run along with you, and if I slow, I would tell you to run ahead and away. I would find myself a pace and keep to it, and I would find my own way across.
But then we couldn't see you, see where you go and see to whom you go. You could trap us by slowing and using a signaling speed.
But could you as well?
Oh, and could you as well? But would we have run this far and not been caught? If your signal had taken this long, I wouldn't fear it.
Well spotted, then I am content. Shall we go? I cannot know why we should dig him out.
But for the cause, for the good, I would be the better for it, and I would leave you alone.
But I the same, it would be good to know before digging. And if we take him along, who would find us but another who might know him? Perhaps someone else will come along.
But there is one, and he will keep me here forever.
Then there you have it!
He is provided.
We believed you were alone!
I am alone as he keeps me as a thing, as distant, a single object again.
And these words are enough. He is provided.
And were we not running, not fleeing, we could search for more!
You misunderstand.
Man must understand, we will be off. Warts and whites must be off, and we believe you.
Ooh, the one who keeps you. He may dig you. You tell him so, but we must go.
And with this, it would be enough. It would be more than enough.
But stay! But wait!
Oh, we have waited long enough. Running will take us to the darkest of the night until we cannot name the ground on which we stand. We will be off.
At least leave some food, or tool, or digging, anything. Please, leave me something.
But only that we will leave you.
And in the distance, if they are coming, we will call out. This is the only thing.
If nothing else, untie my hands. I cannot reach, cannot touch. I have the needs. It's nothing much, but untie my hands.
This would be enough. Would want my hands.
Agreed, enough. But then the running. I cannot say that how long we have wasted.
If you will please, I would be the better for it. I would not be free, but free in such a way to ease my time.
More than enough.
And as we say, we will run.
And more than thanks, I am the most thankful.
And could you run with hands? We wouldn't have done it.
Oh, but could he run with his hands? I would have.
Well spotted. Well, should we go then? I will wave to you. You can wave now with your hands.
I will, to thank you, and to dig, to join you.
Oh, but if you could. And we will thank you. Our boots greeting the earth, a clatter as music in our farewell.
Oh, may the best for you, and think fondly on us for untying you and for being there when we were.
I will again thank you. as before.
Ah! I'm feeling much better now. I can begin seeing myself again and much more.
Oh! The last one then. And good to you!
But I am coming along. I will be up and out. I will join you. I could be with you. Oh, to be out there. I could be. I cannot be. But I could have been. Again. I remember at times, a time before reading or seeing, looking more into books or magazines, if those are things. And the words come back, obscured, but back. And not my heart, but my skin. Part of me is hurting. And the stars will shine the brighter for it. I reached down for it. I opened a flower to the sun. But I can't help but feel the turning. Done for now. But opening again as before. Oh, before, where was it? I was looking out with eyes, with everything. And there was a bright light, and a brighter light, and a dark before and after. There was more, and night had fallen. Or had I fell? To hear? Or to hear? Was I surrounded? Who is to tell? I could have felt the hands that caught and kept me. Was I stuck or stuck before? I had a smile, and I felt that smile in. But they said, fix it. Smile! Yet smile again! It's me.
What?
It's me.
Oh?
It's always me.
Oh.
I'm gonna try doing the same things again.
Okay.
I found another watch. It's this one.
Is it?
Maybe. Yes, I'm sure of it.
Looks new.
Quite old, I believe.
To me.
Must be the one then.
Could be. Didn't know for certain.
Have they come for me?
Who?
My men. They should have come for me.
Today?
Could have.
Why today again?
Could have.
Who again?
Battalion. Brindicus, as before, raised soldiers from the earth and named each one. There are soldiers looking for me. And who is their namer? How will they be named? I told you.
What do you mean? What did you tell me?
I don't remember.
You told me before.
Not like before. I knew before.
It's a mystery. I'll allow it. But first to water you.
Like always.
Don't change. I shall raise you up.
Like always.
But I can wait.
For what?
If I should wait. Are you in pain?
I haven't the time.
I can provide. Where is the pain?
You cannot raise me up. Not like this.
I can wait. I will wait. I brought food. As before.
Will you try to poison me again? She toys with me. Between the tools to feed, she keeps away all tools to free my aching bones and slowly grows the distance. I could have run by now.
I should not have woken you and poor broken you. I'm only here to serve.
Then raise a banner too. I couldn't have seen it as fixed as I had.
I'll be about it. I could have brought more, and more I will bring. You will know and see that I care. I will make easy any end, for any friend would do this.
Then to sleep, perhaps. To sleep I should go. and know any more about it than you would show in kindness, in care, in the holy most of this is darkness now.
And in sleep, go.
Is there more like him?
Fields full. Stacks and trenches and fields the same as this.
When more shall have these before dark, I shall bring more to them.
I will join you. It won't be long now. Take along and keep in ear a pleasant song. It would be kindness and singing on. It would be making the unwritable a better rhyme. Suffer lightly.